What up, though, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Daily Upside. Getting kind of a late start today. It's about 11 o'clock right now. I don't know. These last few days, I've been staying up super late. I'm not sure if it's because basketball is back or if it's because I'm addicted to Clubhouse. But yeah, been starting these episodes kind of late. The goal here is to get it out before noon, but the real goal is like around 10 o'clock. So if you're new here, welcome. Every day, or at least every weekday, we talk about sports, sports cards, and sports card investing. My goal is to share my findings with the market because the market needs to be educated. We need people out here talking about sports cards, doing the research, and helping you find plays because a lot of us don't have time to find them ourselves. Now, this show is about to get really, really exciting because again, basketball is back. Like I've been waiting for basketball to be back. It's really hard to carry something like this when there's no live sports happening. But now every day I got something to talk about. So we're going to jump right into the NBA news. And of course, we have to start today off with an article by The Athletic about Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and their first game together. I don't know how many of you watched this game yesterday, but they looked really good out there. Yes, there are some times where Kevin Durant looked timid. We're not going to attack the guy and nitpick. I saw a lot of people like KD only looked 75%. And it's like, look, so did a lot of people during these last few games. No one's out there looking like themselves. The Nets actually look the best out of all the teams that I've watched so far. That like you would think they've been playing together for years. So yeah, this article kind of talks about just what happened out there. So they're talking about Durant. They're talking about some of the things that he said, and one thing I love about this article is just Kyrie's getting a ton of love. I mean, he's not talking to the media, but his game is definitely speaking for itself. I highly recommend you guys to go watch some highlights if you haven't already. I'm really big on the Nets. I know it's just one preseason game. I know we're not supposed to get excited about that. I know they were playing the Washington Wizards and they didn't have all of their players, but yeah, I mean, they're really exciting to watch. Kyrie is looking like the old Kyrie. Hopefully, we can get both of these guys for a full season because that would just be some really, really, exciting basketball. In other news, there are some articles here about the Chicago Bulls. I've been paying attention to the Bulls pretty closely because I really like Kobe White. I like Kobe White as an investment. I like him as a starting point guard. I think if he can put it all together, he could be right up there with Ja Morant and Trey Young. I'm not saying he'll be right up there in terms of like popularity or all-star votes, but in terms of just, being able to put up, 20, 25 points for his team, I think, with the right confidence, with the right push, he could be that guy, maybe not this year, but next year. So I've been picking up some of his cards and the boys they look better. The first game they were they were looking kind of choppy, but the second chance definitely looked better. And I feel like the Athletic kind of agrees here. They're talking about Kobe White, and they're kind of saying the same things. White finished with 20 points, three rebounds, 5 assists. And what I'm noticing with Kobe White is that he is kind of embracing that point guard role. He's a scorer at heart. And he's trying to be a facilitator. He's trying to go out there and do that. I'm not sure if that's like obviously his strength. So it might be kind of choppy, the first couple games because he's probably not used to setting his teammates up and not putting himself first. But I think once he kind of finds that balance, he's going to do just fine. So yeah, we'll be talking about Kobe White probably more over the next couple of weeks because I do see some of his stuff being undervalued. Some of his stuff is pretty expensive, but some of the stuff is undervalued. For his opportunity, I should say. Next up here, the Athletic also they're doing like their prediction for each team, and these are just really interesting to read. They're very in depth. If you have some time, if you're signed up for the Athletic, head over and check them out. They're talking about the offseason summary. They're going to give you the player's record from last year. You guys know I'm a big Ben Simmons guy. I've been trusting the process for a few years now, so I'm really interested to see what they're going to do. I feel like I said this last year, but this year for the Sixers, to me, it's do something or bust. I'm not saying it's win or bust. I don't think anybody's expecting them to win a championship, but it's get some chemistry or break it up. And I think this is going to be the year to do so. They brought in some shooters. Within Seth Curry, they got Danny Green over there, so hopefully he can. It's funny how they have Danny Green as a streaky shooter who can't dribble. Um, he had one bad shooting year, and now he's just like not a good shooter anymore. So we'll see what they can do. They're giving you some analysis on the different players. Ben Simmons, the transition terror, but he must threaten more in the half court, which is heavily true. And then they kind of give you the lineup. So this is all good to look at if you're an investor. And then at the end of this thing, they're going to kind of give you their prediction. So they have the 76ers going 44-28 to tie for fourth in the Eastern Conference. Again, really just good writing, good information if you're an investor. Investing in sports cards really takes some NBA knowledge. And, I try and do that here for you guys. But obviously, if you do your own research, you're going to get a lot more value. Now, last but not least, here in NBA news, if you head over to Bleacher Report, they actually have an article where they're predicting the top 25 guards for this season. Again, just more insight for investors to kind of look into. I'm not going to spoil this for you guys. Bleacher Report's 100% free. I'll leave the link in the description down below so you can kind of check this out. We can probably guess who the top three guards are. So the real value in this is between like 4 and 25. So definitely head over, check that out because guards are some of the best investments, guards and forwards, at least for short term. So I think this is going to be good for a few of you to read here. Now, getting into some actual sports cards and some sports cards news. Let's start the day off with Talen Horton-Tucker. He's actually on fire right now. He had a great game yesterday. A lot of you tapped into my DMs like, yo, should I buy him? Should I buy THT? Is THT the truth? I'm not a THT fan. I don't see him as a sound investment. I could be wrong, but I don't see him as a sound investment, at least not for the short term. I mean, this kind of happens every year, guys. There's one guy who kind of goes crazy and in the bubble or in the preseason, and then we jump on them. And I'm not a big fan of jumping on guys when they're hot. Now, that's not to say that he can't be a flip. If you look down here at the recent sales, we can see that if you would have bought THT, if this will load, oh, he's been selling like crazy. But yeah, if you would have bought him the first game, he was kind of headed in that $11, $12 range. And now he's kind of shooting up to that $23 range. So yeah, people doubled their money and there's always opportunity for quick flips. But I think it's really important to kind of figure out, what type of investor you are. Are you an investor? Are you a trader? Those are two totally different things. THT's hot right now. I wouldn't recommend going in on him. Again, that's not to say that he can't hit $30, but for me, the risk isn't really worth the reward because at the end of the day, I don't want to be stuck with THT cards when LeBron comes back and AD comes back and he just becomes Caruso 2.0. So, be careful, invest in the right guys and don't fall for the hype. I mean, he's hitting some step backs, but he's also not on the scouting report. So all it takes is for people to go watch some tape with him. The more reps he get, the more vulnerable he becomes, and people can kind of prepare for him. No defense is prepared for Taylor Horton-Tucker to come in and score 34 points. So it leaves him wide open to do so. Next up here, we had a Kevin Durant card in, and it sold for about $560, which isn't an all-time high, but it's right up there. And rightfully so that his card should be going up because they looked great yesterday. If you check out Card Ladder, you can kind of see this card was selling for about 450, back in September. And then it kind of dipped again around November, around 435. So whoever picked this up, probably got some decent return of their money as they're going for a lot higher now. So yeah, KD cards are trending upwards. And I think as he gets more comfortable, we'll probably see them continue to go higher. Really, really, really exciting to see Kevin Durant, come back and do so well. Moving on, we had a Luca Revolution sale yesterday for $630. I think another one sold like 650 in auction. We talked about Revolution being the next paper set, and so far it's looking like that's going to be true. I mean, it's just a beautiful looking card. I always kind of talk about these because you got to get some in person, man. You got to check them out. So it's doing really, really well. If you look at this chart here, we can kind of see they were going for about 560 in September, similar to Kevin Durant, but they really took a dip here in November, selling for $400, going as low as 325 in October. And now that card is at 600 and, 30, $650. So almost a 2X, which, you can't say for most cards. So yeah, it's pretty safe to say that for modern basketball, Revolution is leading the charge on the paper card. I mean, I think Luca's tops. I mean, I believe Luca's Donruss and his hoops, they're still going for some low amounts of money. I actually included a chart of that in Morning Bin, so definitely check it out. But yeah, Revolution is looking like it's on top right now, and it kind of came out of nowhere. So shout out to this set. It looks fantastic, and I think they're going to keep growing. Is this an all-time high? Nope, it's not. So yeah, I mean, this hit about $830. So if Luca comes out and does his thing, I definitely see it, getting back to those price points. What else do we have here? We had a 2018-19 select courtside of Trey Young in sold around 2000. $25. So these are still going, for about market value. That's about consistent with the last few auctions. Trey Young has taken a little bit of a dip, especially with his like Donruss optic. We kind of seen them go for 330 back down to about 275 ish. So good to see that this card is still staying healthy. Court side's obviously still a beast, but it doesn't have that same aura that it had in the offseason. And that's because we've seen so many listed. So many folks are cashing out that it almost doesn't seem rare anymore. Trust me, it is. Once people buy these cards at $2,000 and they hoard them and they put them in their safes, then you won't see them again until they're a little bit higher. So, yes, the market looks saturated right now, but that's just everybody trying to cash in on profits. Trust me, these things are rare. Look at the pop reports. They kind of tell you the truth. Last but not least, here we have a 2016-17 Donruss Optic Hollow of Ben Simmons. So this is another card that's kind of climbing back up there to all-time high. If I'm not mistaken, this might be the all-time high for his Optic Hollow, which is super weird considering that Ben Simmons hasn't played or anything of that nature. So it's looking like a few people are expecting the Sixers to be a really good team, and hopefully so, man, because they really have the talent on that, to do their thing. But yeah, 630 for this card is pretty high in my opinion. If I were you guys, I would go look at Ben Simmons Select Silver to see what they're at, because in every year Select is outselling Optic right now. So if you can get the Select Silver for, actually, let's just see how much it is. If you can get it for cheaper, then that might actually be a nice value for you, because again, 630 is an all-time high for his Optic Hollow. All right, let's see here. Ben Simmons. Oh no, they're high too. Ben Simmons is crushing it right now. Look at this difference. So these are all best offers, but yeah, it was like $300 a little while back. All right, so Ben Simmons is just on fire across the board. I mean, everything 650 is the bottom for his hollows and silvers right now. So yeah, shout out to Ben Simmons. All right, this is a okay deal. I would stay looking into this. See if you can find. I really like this. If Ben Simmons optic hollows are going for 630, I would be trying to get this select prism or white prism. I will be trying my hardest to get this. I might put it in an offer on this card. I love Select White Prism. We're getting sidetracked here. I'll do my buying on my time. So yeah, Ben Simmons kind of going for that all-time high, and all his cards are kind of going up. So let me know what you think about that in the comments. That's going to be the question of the day. Do you think these Ben Simmons prices are justified, or have you just given up on Ben Simmons? I want to see what the audience thinks. All right, so before I head out of here, I want to talk about this contest I'm doing on Twitter, this giveaway. I tweeted this yesterday. I'm giving away a premium pack from NBA Top Shot. All you have to do to enter the contest was, retweet this tweet and then tag 3 people. So for those of you who don't follow me on Twitter, definitely do so. I'm just throwing out random giveaways all the time. And, this should be a fun one to open. So we're going to pick a winner here live, or not really live, but we're going to pick a winner in real time. And let's see who kind of shot out this out. A few people they tagged, did the thing. This guy didn't do it at all. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Gary. Gary's out here with no profile picture, 42 followers. He's still getting followers somehow, thugging it out. He got some friends. He tagged 4 people. He tagged NBA Top Shot. Everyone's tagging NBA Top Shot like they're gonna. He tagged Keith, Alec. Okay, we're gonna go with Gary as the winner. Gary, if you're watching this, shoot me a DM with your NBA Top Shot username. The way Top Shot works is that once I open this pack, I have to forward the cards over to Gary individually. You can't forward a pack, or you can't sell a pack just yet. So I have to open the pack and send the card to him, similar to how live breaks are done, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, we're gonna open this pack. I'm gonna see if I can turn the audio on for this, because you guys should be able to hear it. All right, let's go. Let's see what we get here. Let's pull something good. There's no audio, but there we go. Oh, that's it. All right, I had to quit the audio for me. That was too loud. All right, so the way NBA Top Shot works is you get a moment. In this pack, you get 6 moments. you're going to get 5, common moments, and then you're going to get 1 gold moment. And that's going to be this blue one here. So if you click on the card, this is a moment of Gary Harris and NBA Top Shot. You actually own this moment. So this is unfortunately Gary Harris dunking on my Pistons on speed my Luke. And yeah, this one's numbered to 2,478. So there's only that many of these moments available. Now I know what you guys are thinking, like, oh, I can just get that off YouTube. I can just da da da. Yeah, well, you can just print a Picasso painting too, but it's not a Picasso. So you own these moments. And let's see what we got next. Mo Bamba. I won't take you guys through every moment because that would take forever. But if it's one that I think is sick, then I guess we can watch it. This one is PJ Tucker. So far, so bad. We're not getting any real hits. Can we get a Giannis? Okay, we got a Giannis. So, getting a Giannis is always good. I love this spin dunk. Boom. So yeah, look, Giannis has so much passion for the game. So that's a sick moment to own. It'd be better if they like actually win a championship. That's a sick moment to own. So let's see what the gold card is going to be, Gary. Good luck. Hopefully it's serial number 1 or something really rare. Who do we got? Giannis. Eric Bledsoe. Is it past to Giannis? Okay, we got a Giannis feature. So not a bad play. Eric Bledsoe, number to 237, kind of a high number. That's it, Gary. Congrats. I will get these moments to you as soon as you get me your username. Guys, we're going to be doing more of these, so definitely tap in. NBA Top Shot's a bucket. Don't think that you can't make money on this platform. Just to kind of show you real quick. Again, I still have to do my review, but let's see. What can I show you? I sold a moment here the other day of, I've been buying like crazy. Sorry. I sold a moment of Tyler Hero for $295. $295. It was number 1 out of 354. Again, don't think that you can't make money on this platform. I mean, this guy is trying to resell it for 3,000. If he does that, then he 10x. He's not going to do that. But yeah, the marketplace is on fire. These moments go for a pretty big amount here. So you can see the highest one is $7,300 from the King. You got some high end Zion ones. So it's a really strong marketplace. I highly suggest if you're a fan of sports that you just tap in. If you're an investor, you might want to tap in. I'll be doing some coverage on this and, kind of educating you guys on how these can make you some money and how you can just have a lot of fun. If you haven't already, guys, definitely check out the highupsideshow.com. Sign up for the newsletter. I send this video out to people every day, as well as just a bunch of insight on the market. We're doing some stuff with StarStock now, and we're probably going to be doing some things with NBA Top Shot in the future. And the platform is just growing, and it's all because of you guys. So thank you so much. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram so you can be like Gary, so you can get some free stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Happy investing.